made it. The Wonder is just cruising under the bridge now. Thank you everyone for joining us. There she is, coming underneath the Harbour Bridge. And she's an hour and a half early this morning. Just let me knock out to another camera so you guys can see the Harbour Bridge. Sorry about the fact that it's in the middle of the night, but she's actually come in very early this morning. Let's knock in so you guys can get a closer look while I straighten up the camera. Like I said, she's in an hour and a half early this morning. So I should know her by now. I should I should start getting in earlier and earlier. But she's looking absolutely beautiful this morning. I don't expect many of you are going to be with me this morning because we didn't expect her to be this early, but she's heading into White Bay. There she goes underneath the bridge. Just going to get a couple of snapshots of her as well. It's very, very dark this morning. No sunrise behind her. But you know we're going to be there anyway to see her come in, even if it's the middle of the night. And in fact, when she leaves to come out of White Bay, it's going to be the middle of the night. I still see a few people up there on deck. So that's very cool. I think as she gets closer, I'm going to knock out to the other camera. There you go. We've got a... There we go. That's a bit better for you. Welcome back, our girl. As she once again cruises silently into the harbour. If you've just joined us, welcome. I don't think many people will at this time of morning. But there she is, cruising off into White Bay there. Just been underneath the bridge. And I will move in a sec so we can see her go all the way down to White Bay. She's looking very beautiful this morning. All lit up. But as it's so early, 10 to 5 in the morning, we've missed the sunrise. That's not going to be for another, few minutes yet. Which is a real shame. But what can we do? I'm going to move in a minute when she gets closer to me and past me. But first, let's take a couple of photos. When I've moved, I'm going to explain what's happening with her in the next couple of days. Let's move over there. So here she is, heading down to White Bay. Wow. Very early this morning, that's for sure. She was. See if I can get this camera a little bit straighter for you. There's a few people walking around on board. I suspect they didn't think she was going to be in this early this morning. At 10 to 5 in the morning. A bit of a panic at our house this morning because I woke up and then I saw her in the heads. I was like, oh my gosh, got to get down very, very quickly. Welcome back to Sydney Wonder. It's great to see you again. Now, what's she doing now? So she's going into White Bay cruise terminal. She's going to pick up people for another cruise today. But those people are staying down at White Bay until 2 a.m. tomorrow morning, Saturday morning, where she's going to go out in the middle of the night. So it's going to be a very interesting sail out. Of course, we won't hear the Mickey horn at that time morning. Sorry about that bumping. Because it's 2 a.m. and we don't want to wake anyone up. So it'll be very interesting to see when we very interesting to see, of course, when we see the sailor wave party, should I say, whether we're going to see in port or not. I don't think they're allowed to do it over in White Bay because of the noise restrictions over there. Can do it in overseas passenger terminal, but no over in White Bay. So yes, that will be very interesting to see when that all happens. But yeah, so 2 a.m. in the morning, Saturday morning, she'll cruise out. Of course, I'll be over there at the Opera House to watch her cruise out. Have got a Disney Cruising Australia member on board, so hopefully she's going to keep me informed on exactly what time she's leaving and all that sort of stuff. So we will catch her when she goes out, but it's going to be very interesting because I don't think I've ever seen that before. But yeah, this has been a quick live stream this morning. Sorry about that, guys. Middle of the night. Well, you know, pre 5 a.m. when I thought she was going to get in at 6:30. So I kind of figured if I got down here at 5 would be fine, but not the case this morning. She came in very early. She was inside the heads like 4:15. So I woke up suddenly and rushed down. Just caught the end of her sailing. But she's here. Welcome back to Sydney Wonder. Love to see you here. Like I've just been saying, one more cruise. And then she is off to Honolulu on the magical repositioning cruise back to United States, which will happen on this Monday, the 10th. So she comes in for a day into overseas passenger terminal. It's going to be a lovely day to see her in there. We'll be covering that, a fair bit of that. We will, of course, have a live stream of her coming into the harbour, into overseas passenger terminal, which I'll do for the Opera House next time, because she's coming into OPT, and then sail out. Now, sail in will probably be about 5 a.m. in the morning as usual. Sail out on that day, I think it's happening at 6:45. So she's got a late sail out. We've got a group meet and greet from 5:30 Monday night down there at Benny the Seal Landing at the end of the Opera House there. So make sure you guys are down there for that, to wave goodbye to her for the last time. And it'll probably be the last time we'll hear the Mickey horn as well, because I doubt she's going to blow it tomorrow morning at 2 a.m. She won't blow it on the way in, but you know, we're going to get that Mickey horn for the last time this season on Monday afternoon, evening. So make sure you're down there for that. I'm going to knock in on her now so you can see her. There she is. Let me just move the tripod down. There you guys go. So going into White Bay for the last time this season. It's always when it gets close like this, but she'll be back before we know it for another magical season number 3 here in Australia. We absolutely can't wait. Lots of very unique sailings next season, including one to a Christmas cruise for New Zealand, all through New Zealand, should I say, and across to Sydney. That's going to be the pick of the season, I reckon. Plus, we're of course going to have, you know, Christmas sailings on board with that lovely Christmas tree and decorations. And let's see what happens for Halloween this year as well. That's exciting because we got a little taste of Halloween on the high seas this season. So will we get any more next season? That's going to be really exciting to see. So yeah, can't wait to see her back in Australia for next season, but she's not gone yet. We're going to be covering her last day in Sydney on Monday, and we'll be covering her sail out tomorrow morning. I'd like to say this afternoon. I really would. Be a better time for me. But she's going to be going out at 2 a.m, which will be interesting. Never, you know, we're going to be at the Opera House there, and I've never seen her sail under the bridge going out in the middle of the night. So it'll be very, very interesting to see what happens tomorrow morning. So if you can't stay awake till 2 a.m, which I'm sure not many of you can, join us a little bit later for a rewatch, which I'm sure of a few of you will do today. And just let me apologize for the fact that I didn't quite get here as early as I would have liked. But you know, when you've got a 6:30 arrival and she comes in at 4:30 or whatever it was, sometimes it gets you. Anyway, I got here, I saw her sail under the bridge, but I just wish she came in a little bit later so we could have seen that lovely sunrise. But there she is, all set up, lit up. She's always magnificent when she's all lit up. Let me take a last couple of photos of her. Before she docks in White Bay down there. Yeah, I had to run out the door this morning, forgot my microphone and everything, so I'm really happy it's a nice still morning, and I'm hoping you can hear me. But there she is, back in Sydney. Welcome home, Wanda. I know it's only been a short live stream this morning, guys, because she did catch us off guard. But I'm hoping everyone is well. I'm hoping everyone is excited for next season. I'm certainly excited to get up and come and see her off 2 a.m. tomorrow morning. I'm certainly excited to see her on Monday in Sydney Harbour and wave her off for a beautiful, well, let's hope beautiful sail out. Let's hope the weather's better than last year. I remember last year when she came in for the last time, it was pouring with rain. I ended up underneath the Harbour Bridge there trying to get what I could in the rain of her. But she's back from a lovely Melbourne, Hobart to Sydney cruise. Now we're going to have a round trip Sydney for the next couple of days, and then she's going to be back on Monday for a magical stay at Overseas Passenger Terminal before she heads out to Hawaii on a repositioning cruise. Boo-hoo, because we're not going to see her until October again. So thanks everyone for joining me as she disappears. I think I'm going to call that a stream. Sorry it wasn't a bit longer this morning, but I did get down here just in time to see her under the bridge. I will see you back here, same place, same channel, at 2 a.m. Well, maybe a little bit before 2 a.m. So just make sure she doesn't leave earlier. For her sail out tomorrow morning. And so don't forget to subscribe to Disney News Jam and ring the bell to make sure that you're notified when that happens. Of course, there'll be a watch back for that, as there will be for this live stream shortly after I've finished. But I'd turn the camera around to me, but you won't be able to see me because it's so dark. But until next time, until tomorrow morning, don't forget to spread the jam.